Welcome back, everyone. I am Mr. White Springs, and today we have my Infinite Vats Elder's Mark build for soloing the snake without power armor. So the first thing you're going to do is aim at the plate A to cripple the snake. And the reason you aim at plate A is because it's the easiest to get back to the eye from, the quickest to get back from the eye from. So we always do plate A so you can knock the snake down very quickly, switch immediately to the eyeball. As you can see, my VATS is holding up perfectly. But yeah, enjoy the video. It does take about a minute to kill the snake, and you can do it even faster if you get better at the snake fight than I do, but it'll always be right around a minute, minute and a half. So enjoy. For buffs, we have Overdrive, Sunset Sarsaparilla, Company Tea, and Blight Soup. And then our serums are Adrenal Reaction, Bird Bones, Chameleon, Eagle Eyes, Egghead, Herbivore, Herd Mentality, Marsupial, Scaly Skin, and Speed Demon. Starting with the weapon, we have the Elder's Mark with the Quad, Vats Enhanced, Vats Optimized, and Conductors legendary mods. I wish I could swap out Vats Enhanced for like Rapid, but really you miss a lot more without the Vats Enhanced, so I recommend keeping that on. Then we have the standard receiver, the short light barrel, the recoil compensating stock, the medium quick eject drum, glow sights, and suppressor. Now the medium quick eject drum, you could get more ammo out of the other drums, but the medium quick eject does reload the fastest, and with quad you have 200 rounds in your chamber already, so I feel like that's the best bang for your buck. And the standard receiver, because it lowers the AP cost, the prime receiver increases the AP cost too much, even though it only increases it by 2. It still increases it too much to maintain VATS for the entire clip. Now into the armor, we have Secret Service armor with Overeaters, Endurance, Active, and Limit Breaking. Limit Breaking is important because it allows you to get crits every other shot with better criticals and crit savvy in your luck. Active is a new mod that increases your max AP by 20. This one is not needed, but it does help maintain your VATS for the entirety of your clip. But I know it's new, so if you don't have it, you can swap it out for through hikers or sentinels. If you stand still, you can get a little bit of more defense there, but active if you have it, but it is not required. Then endurance to make the perks we have in endurance better, and it keeps you alive longer, so that's good. Overeaters, of course, because I am a human. And that is on all 5 pieces of gear except for my chest piece. And my chest piece has the 2-star mod swapped out for powered for a little bit of action point regen. For the most important part of the build, we have the special alignment. We have 8 strength, 15 perception, 5 endurance, 3 charisma, 5 intelligence, 10 agility, and 10 luck. And this is how it breaks out with the legendary perks. Got 13 strength, 15 perception, 10 endurance, 3 charisma, 5 intelligence, 15 agility, and 15 luck. Our legendary perks are Funky Duds. Taking one for the team, you do notice I am on a team. I am still solo, but I am on a team in the video, and that's because of taking one for the team for the extra 40% damage. And it's really easy to just join a team and go into the raid solo, so you can always do it solo if you would like. And legendary luck, agility, endurance, and strength. Into the perk cards we got bringing the big guns. Bullet storm stack limit is doubled. This doubles it to 20. Then we have easy target, 75% range damage to crippled targets. We do start out crippling the snake, so we get that 75% damage bonus. So this one is very important. We got Bullet Storm, gain 9% damage per 30 ammo spent. 10 max stacks, doubled with bringing the big guns, but this is huge bonus damage, so you definitely want to have it on. Lock and load, keep half your bullet storm stacks when you reload, and plus 1% reload speed per stack. Not super important because the Elder's Mark reloads super fast anyway, but keeping half your bullet storm stacks when you reload is great. Then scatter shot. 20% of the damage dealt to a limb is applied to all limbs on your target. So this way, when you're shooting the snake in his eye after you cripple the first plate, you do have a chance to cripple a second plate and do even more damage and get another knockdown. Into perception, we have number cruncher. Your weapons have 2% increased damage per AP cost. We have an AP cost of 7, so that's 14% increased damage. Downranger, 20% range damage to far enemies. 90% of the time, the snake is far away, so you do want downranger. Tormentor, you deal 20% more damage per crippled limb your target has. So after you cripple the first plate, you get a 20% increase. And then if you do cripple another plate while shooting the eye, you do get another 20% damage boost. Tank Killer, your ranged weapons ignore 40% armor. Concentrated Fire, focus fire to gain 3% accuracy and damage per shot. And then Awareness, gain more Vats accuracy based on your perception. This is great. I just added it on very last second, and it did drop my time down from about a minute and a half to that minute and 14 you just saw. So this is very helpful, so you're not missing as much. Into Endurance, we have Life Giver, gain more HP per point in Endurance. This is why we have Endurance on the armor, to give us more maximum HP. Ironclad, armor provides 25% more protection, double if wearing a matching set. We are wearing a matching set in the Secret Service armor, so we're getting 50% more protection from this perk card. Iron Stomach, increased damage and energy resistance based on endurance while not diseased. Another reason we have endurance on the armor. Natural Resistance, increase elemental resistances based on endurance while not diseased. Again, endurance on the armor, and this does count poison, so definitely very important. Thirst Quencher, increase max AP based on endurance while not diseased. Again, endurance on the armor. Adamantium Skeleton, gain limb damage reduction based on your endurance. This is just so you don't get crippled nearly as easily. And then Starch Genes, you will never mutate from rads, and Rad Away will never cure mutations. Very important if you don't want to pick up random mutations and you don't want Rad Away to cure your mutations, so definitely a must-have. Into Charisma, we have Strange in Numbers, increasing the positive mutation effects if our teammates are mutated too. Most everyone is mutated, so this is almost always a guaranteed increase. Tenderizer, each attack makes your target take increased damage. We are firing very fast, so this does help out quite a bit. Into Intelligence, we have First Aid. Stimpaks restore more HP based on your intelligence. Field Surgeon, Stimpaks and Rad Away heal 60% faster. These are very important to keep you alive. And then Gunsmith. Guns break 35% slower. Now, this one isn't really needed, but I find I'm using way less repair kits because of this. So you can drop off the points if you don't want them here, you want to move them somewhere else. But I do like having it here. Into Agility, we have Gunslinger. Ranged weapons do 12% weak spot damage. Gunslinger Expert, 1% range weak spot damage per onslaught stack with plus 3 max stacks. Gorilla Master, 5% range damage to close enemies per onslaught stack, plus 5 max stacks. Enforcer, your small guns gain a 15% stagger chance and 75% limb damage. Now, this does help out quite a bit in crippling the plate at the very beginning, so this is very important. Evasive, chance to evade attacks based on agility, no power armor. And Born Survivor, falling below 40% health will automatically use a stim pack once every 20 seconds. Now, this is very important to keep yourself alive. You want to make sure that you only have Stimpack Supers on you, because this doesn't care if your settings are set up to automatically use the strongest first. It will use a regular Stimpack if you have it, so always only carry Stimpack Supers. Then we have luck. We have better criticals. Vats criticals now do 100% damage. Serendipity, while below 30% health, gain a chance to evade based on luck, no power armor. This is just great when you drop below 30% from the poison to help keep you alive until your born survivor can kick in. Ricochet, gain a chance to deflect ranged attacks based on luck. This does count the snake's poison attack because it is a ranged attack, so kind of important there. Four-leaf clover, misses and vats now contribute to the critical meter based on your luck. Class freak, negative effects of your mutations are reduced by 75%. Now, if you're doing a lot of raids, you can just take the serums that you get from raids to get rid of the negative effects entirely and save 3 points in luck. But this is just if you don't want to or don't have the extra serums to get rid of it, you can use class freak. But if you do have serums, use them, save the points in luck. Critical savvy, critical hits now only consume 55% of your critical meter. This one mixed with limit breaking does make you crit every other shot with a base 15 luck stat. So super important. And then quick hands, gain an 18% chance to instantly reload when your clip is empty. Now this doesn't proc very often. The ghoul version is much better. But on this rare occasion that it does proc, it does help you reach higher bullet storm stacks because you don't have to reload at all. So you're not losing any of those. So it does help when it does happen. But I don't blame you if you want to move the 3 points or put on something else instead. Thank you everyone for checking out the video. Hit one of those buttons on the side of your screen if you liked the video. Let me know down below what you would like to see next. And thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.